Peace and prosperity be unto all who's listening and watching. It's your girl, Shay Miller Wright, and I'm back with another video. And today we're going to talk about overcoming comfort zones and why you should do it immediately. And sometimes you'll struggle with them, but it's best to work through them. So, overcoming comfort zones is vital to growth. You want to be successful in your growth. Now, how do you be successful in growth? You work at it every day. There's no perfection in growing. There's no full right or wrong way to do things. Yeah, there is a right and wrong way to do things. But when it comes to your growth, when it comes to your health, when it comes to you becoming a better person, ultimately, you just overcoming whatever it is that's holding you back is the most powerful thing that you can ever do. It's vital to your success, your business, everything in life. You want to overcome. The biggest thing about comfort zones is that you're going to have to endure the pain. You have to endure the pain. And I'm not talking about physical pain. Well, sometimes it can be physical. I mean, it really depends on what you're doing. But most of the pain is internal. Because you got to experience the internal growth of things before you can even get to the external things in life. So the internal growth is painful, and you got to endure it in order to overcome what it is that's holding you back in order for you to grow. Now, there's a lot of things that I've been having to overcome here lately. Like a lot of stuff. It's like a lot of comfort zones just blew up all up in my face, all at one time. And it's the external growth hurts. I'm telling you guys. Because it's like you want to be there. You want to be where you want to be. But until you face what is within you that you've yet overcome. You know, because we can get through things all day. But until we overcome them, we still have those things, yet we haven't passed through them. We haven't got over them. So it's a lot of things that I'm having to grow out of or grow through. Like, I mean, I'm good at getting rid of old patterns. On a physical level, I'm good at getting rid of patterns. If I know something's not good, if like saying a certain vocabulary is not good, I'm not saying right, it's easy to fix the surface things because that's easy. But when it comes to internal growth, when it comes to working on the internal things, doing the shadow work, doing the works within yourself, and really going down deep and really being honest with yourself, because it requires complete honesty. Like, I had this paper, and at the top of it, it says self-analytics. Because you got to analyze yourself. You got to be 100% honest with yourself. You got to let it be, you got to let it out there. You got to write everything that you know that you have comfort in, that you got a comfort zone. You got to write all your comfort zones in. Everything that you know that you need to work on, everything you know that's holding you back from being great, everything you know that you need to be improving on, everything that if you were to be working on it, continually, consistently, how much better would you be if you were working on these different things? It is vital, not only to your future, but to who you are. When you form that commitment and that bond with yourself and say that you're going to overcome it, even though it's painful, even when it hurts, you still want to keep going through it. I mean, when you're working out and it gets painful and you're doing squats and you're getting tired and you're tired of getting up, right? You're like, oh, just 10 more. Just 10 more. You keep going. And that's the same with the internal change. You got to keep going. You got to keep facing comfort zones, no matter how uncomfortable. No matter how uncomfortable it gets, you have to keep going through it. I totally understand anybody who's in pain from comfort zones. I can't fathom how much I want to be so better in so many things. And yeah, it's a lot of why we struggle is because we hold ourselves back. Now, ultimately, it's just taking accountability. why am I not successful? Why I have not made the finances I want to make? Why have I not gotten where I want to be in life? Why haven't my books gotten there? I'll tell you why. It's my fault. It is my fault. And naturally, I can do better. Because holding back, not saying anything, not letting it out, not acting upon it, not changing the behavior when you realize it's not growing you, not initially taking the initiative to do something about something when you know it's not serving you, is procrastination, and you should be held accountable. And this is where we stay in our comfort zones. If you're in a comfort zone anywhere, it's cool to be content in life. Contentment is great on a spiritual aspect, on a physical aspect, any aspect. You want to be content in life, but you don't want to be comfortable. What I mean by it is there's always room for growth in all aspects, financially, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all things. You can grow no matter what. So you can be content, because being content is having gratitude for what you already have and being humble about it, right? But being comfortable is placing yourself with limitations and limiting mindsets and limiting beliefs and limiting behaviors and living in that same old way and never growing out of these cycles that you never overcome. Like, you gotta overcome the old in order to get to the new. Become a new creature. Become new. But it's hard. It's so hard being who you want to be, getting where you want to get, and achieving what you want. Now, I'm not saying you can't accomplish it. I'm just saying that when you accomplish it, it's never enough. So I'm saying you want to have gratitude along the journey. Appreciate the things that you do accomplish, the small things, the big things, and appreciate it in the now. We so focus on the past, and we can't go back there. We can't change it. It was yesterday. Don't worry about it. Tomorrow is ahead of us. All we got is right now. Focus 100% on now, and that's all you have. I'm telling you, the 24 hours in every day, the now. The present moment is all you have. Make use of that 24 hours. Give your best. Give your best and work on the internal things. Overcome those comfort zones. Be accountable for your success. Be totally honest with yourself. Do this exercise. Write it down on a piece of paper. Put at the top, self-analytics. On one side, you're going to write all the things that you have comfort in. Comfort zones. Things that you know that is holding you back. Things that you know that if you done them, you will be so in a further place in life, right? Financially, spiritually, emotionally, physically. It's just being held accountable for the things that you want in life. And also, you want to write your strengths and write your weaknesses. Because even though you have comfort zones, you also have these really good things that you're good at, and these other things that you're no good at. So I have comfort zones, and I have some strengths. I'm really good at a lot of stuff, and I'm really strong in some things, and then I'm really weak in some things. So ultimately, it's being brutally honest with yourself, being accountable, and overcoming, because it's vital to your life, your success, and your happiness. And I'm not saying happiness needs to be tied to what you make or what you do, but you ultimately want to be happy with what you do. Though that happiness should not define your inner happiness. Happiness is a state of being and a state of mind and a state of thinking. So choose to be happy, and no matter what state of life you're in, I want you guys to have an abundant life, and I want you guys to really work on it. And I know it's hard. It's a struggle. It's not easy. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that working on comfort zones is easy. It's not. It's not easy at all. Me overcoming my comfort zone of driving last year on the highway, because I do not like driving. I mean, I've been driving a long time, but I'm saying, like, me driving to another city by myself on the highway, diesel trucks, anxiety. I get the worst anxiety from being on the road. I don't know, maybe it's just like me not really wanting to be in the car, or maybe it's just them long hours by myself, or I really just don't like it. But when I'm driving a truck, it's a different story. I really enjoy driving trucks. Maybe because in a car you can feel every little bump and creep, but I really don't know what it is. Different things bring out different experiences. Different people bring out different sides to who you are. Ultimately, you want to grow. Don't limit yourself to opportunities. Don't limit yourself to what you learn. Don't limit yourself. Put yourself at a place where you're always in a position to grow, learn, and help people. And ultimately, that is going to be the most abundant life that you can live. I promise. I promise to you. If you do this, you will be more happy with your life, the way you think. And you also want to work on your mindset, because your mindset is everything when it comes to comfort zones. And you got to know that you can overcome. You got to know that you can do these things in order to do them. So if you believe that you can do it, you can do anything. As long as you know that you can, then you will. Now, all things take time. All things has its process. Just go day by day, step by step. Work on it each day and start today. Don't procrastinate. Don't wait till tomorrow. Start now. If it, even if you don't start working on it today, start writing it down so that you can know what you need to work on, so that you can improve as a person. So peace, love, and happiness. I hope you guys have an abundant day. Also, tell me what you love about this video. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Also, I really love making content for you guys. I know times are really rough right now. We're all really want to get somewhere in life, want to be really successful and happy with all that we're doing. But just find gratitude in the small things, and as you get to the bigger things, and make sure that you remain in a mindset that you can overcome anything. I love you guys. Have an abundant day.